If you're looking for a very simple and easy system to play as white, an opening that allows you to play your first 10 moves of the game, develop your pieces, and attack black's king, then probably this opening is the one for you. And I'm talking about the Colle system. Colle system is a very easy setup that you can play as white, and it's fairly similar with the London system. There's some minor differences only. We're going to take a look at them today. I'm going to teach you guys how to play this opening, and let's take a look. Okay, so it starts out with pawn to d4. It's a d4 opening, and you're going to see the similarities with the London system in a second. So black's going to respond by playing d5, and you're going to develop your knight to f3. They're going to do the same thing, and this is basically a symmetrical game here. They're going to play similar moves. We're going to play e3, and they're going to play e6. This is extremely symmetrical, but you can see that your bishop's still here. In the London system, usually we develop this bishop first, so this bishop would be outside of the pawn chain, and it's still inside in the starting square. It looks like it's blocked by the pawn, but our main plan in this opening is to push this pawn to e4. So we're going to open up this bishop, and it's going to be very strong in the future. It's going to join the attack against black's king. So from here on, we're going to develop our bishop, and you can see this is very similar with the London system. The pieces are going basically to the same squares. And black's going to attack our central pawn. And whenever they play this move right here, c5, we're going to defend our pawn by playing c3, solidifying. We have this pawn pyramid right here, the triangle. The knight comes here, the bishop comes here, this knight's going to come here. We can castle very quickly. It's a very easy and simple chess opening and setup for you to play. Okay, so from here, black is going to develop their knight. We're going to develop our knight to d2. And here, black's probably going to develop their bishop out. And these two pieces are going to be in the same place more often than not. Of course, they might play something like this with the bishop, but these two pieces, whenever they are in this formation, always remember you're ready to play e4 and e5. If black is not aware, they're going to be forked and they're going to lose a piece. And believe me, guys, this happens very, very often. So from here, we're going to safely castle. They're going to do the same thing. And we are already ready to play e4. And this is very strong threat here because we're threatening actually to play this move and fork black's pieces. So they have to do something about this. And more often than not, they're going to take this pawn. This is the most popular move according to the Lead Chess database. And whenever they take this pawn, we're going to recapture with the knight. This is the reason why we put the knight in this square. To recapture whenever we advance. So we are supporting, this advance with our pieces. We can, of course, play this move, for example, to give it even more support. And we can also play this sneaky move, queen to e2. We're going to take a look at that in a second. But the most common move here is actually to play e4. We're going to threaten to actually fork black's pieces. They're going to take our pawn. We recapture with the knight. And if they capture our knight, we're going to recapture with the bishop. And look at this, guys. We have all our pieces pointing towards the king side here. We can go ahead and do a rook lift here. All the pieces are pointing towards the king. Our next move probably going to be this. The queen is attacking, is controlling that square. But remember this bishop? It's now protecting the knight. And we can go ahead and go for like a quick attack here to mate black's king very quickly. If they go ahead and try to block our queen, we can try to sacrifice some pieces and checkmate on h7 anyway. Okay, so that's pretty much it. But of course, let's talk about this little move that I said. We can do this. We can play this little move here, queen to e2. Preparing a quick checkmate. It's like a trick, a trap that you can play against your opponents. I have played this myself and I won a couple of games with this little trick here. And checkmating on h7, the opponent doesn't even realize. So we're playing this move to recapture with the queen instead of the bishop. So we form a battery. Let's take a look at this. So they're going to play some move here, maybe trying to develop a piece. I have seen players playing queen here, kind of, mirroring your play. You're going to push. You're going to push e4. They're going to take your pawn. You're threatening to fork again, so they have to take your pawn. You're going to recapture with the knight. They capture, and here, instead of capturing with the bishop, you're going to take with the queen, and suddenly you have a mate threat right away on h7. If black is not aware and they don't know how to protect, they might try to go here or here, do something to protect. I have seen some players blundering mate in one here and playing something like this. Even if they play rook here, this attack is still very powerful. You're going to take here, black's going to come here. You can go ahead and continue this attack if you want. But let's say black plays some dumb move here, trying to, I don't know, take the pawn in the center. And they're going to fall prey to this checkmate in one. And I have played this myself. Believe me, guys, I have had this checkmate online more than 2 times, probably. So this is going to happen, believe me. So if you liked this video, and if you liked this opening, the Colle system, which is a very simple, easy, system that you can play. You can see here, it's fairly easy to reach this position on triangle. The knight comes here, the bishop comes here, the other knight comes here. You can castle very quickly. You can have this set up very easily. If you liked this video, please leave a like. Don't forget to leave a like. Leave a comment as well. I'd like to hear your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel, and I see you guys, as always, in the next one.